Israel-Iran War News Live Update. Iran unlikely to attack Israel and U.S. Iran is too focused on preserving Ali Khamenei's legacy to wage war against Israel and the U.S. Tehran wants a like-minded successor to Khamenei and to preserve the Islamist rule. The Israel-Hamas war in Gaza has spread beyond its current theater. Since Israel retaliated against Hamas' October 7 massacre, Iran-backed militias in Syria and Iraq have assaulted American forces over 100 times. Washington and friends support Jerusalem. The Biden administration sent the USS Gerald R. Ford to the eastern Mediterranean and the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower to the Gulf of Aden to aid Israel during the Israel-Hamas war. Washington sent the nuclear-powered submarine USS Florida and amphibious assault ship USS Bataan to the Gulf in early November 2023. Britain and NATO deployed planes, helicopters, and special forces to Cyprus to support Israel, despite apparent disagreements between American President Joe Biden and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu over Netanyahu's Gaza strategy. The U.S. has supported Israel. U.S. President Biden termed the ICC's May 19 action outrageous, saying, "There is no equivalence, none, between Israel and Hamas. We support Israel against security threats." According to experts, Iran is unlikely to attack Israel and its allies, including the U.S. Despite its rhetoric against the U.S. and Israel, which it calls the Great Satan and Little Satan, the Tehran leadership is quite pragmatic. It knows it cannot defeat the U.S. and Israel militarily. It knows Washington and Jerusalem get along. U.S.-Israeli strategic relationship has grown over time. Israel, Ukraine and Taiwan received $95 billion in military financing from the U.S. Senate last month. Tehran knows it had to stop attacking Israel with missiles in April. Almost none reached their goals. According to a credible account, Israel intercepted most Iranian drones and missiles, and the U.S. and Jordan shot down some. In response to a purported Israeli attack on an Iranian embassy, Iran launched those attacks. Iran's attacks damaged one Israeli military facility somewhat. Tehran is likely to stick to proxy warfare, insiders said. It may secretly encourage Hezbollah to damage Israeli assets abroad. In response to the murder of Hamas co-founder and deputy director of political bureau Salah al-Arauri in southern Beirut, Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah stated, "We'll choose the appropriate place and the right time, the field will respond." Hezbollah has long pledged to retaliate for the killing of Iranian-backed Axis of Resistance members Hamas, the Yemeni Houthis, Iraqi militias, and Lebanese Shiite militia in Lebanon. Nasrallah and al-Arauri were close since he arrived in Lebanon. Arauri allegedly was a Hamas-Hezbollah hawk. Iran Parliament Speaker Ghalibaf runs for president. Conservative Iranian Parliament Speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf has declared his candidacy for the June 28 snap presidential election. The untimely death of ultra-conservative President Ebrahim Raisi on May 19 pushed the election up from 2025. Raisi and 7 of his entourage, including Foreign Minister Hossein Amir Abdollahian, died after their helicopter crashed on a foggy mountainside in northern Iran. Ghalibaf, like all other candidates, must wait until June 11 to see if the Guardian Council, a conservative-dominated 12-member council of jurists selected or approved by the supreme leader, approves his candidacy. This is Ghalibaf's 4th presidential attempt after 2005, 2013, and 2017. Raisi, who finished second to moderate incumbent Hassan Rouhani, replaced Ghalibaf on his last attempt. After registering, he states that if he does not run for election, the ongoing economic problem-solving efforts would not be finished. He says he would never have entered the area of competition if he didn't think they could fix Iran's economic and social issues.